You're looking at an old cow lot turned into an acre of grama grass. I wanted to grow a meadow that could be watered to get the grass waist high every year. The boys and I seeded it by walking up and down the lot, first one direction and then the other. August of 2016, when we planted it, was much like the year we've had this year. It rained every week, and the seed came up beautifully. Ricky's grandfather, Mr. Williams, raised Charolais cattle on the grama grass pastures of long ago. They would bale the tall grass and feed it to the cows all winter. This NOAA weather graph shows precipitation amounts in the state of New Mexico from 1907, when Ricky's folks came, to 1950, when they left. It also shows precipitation from 1970 to 2000, the time period Ricky and I farmed. It looks like they had better rains than we did, but we both had enough rain to have grass tall enough to bale. In the 50s, the U.S. government created the Soil Bank program to manage crop surpluses and restore damaged lands of the Dust Bowl. For 10 years, it paid Ricky's family to stop farming and plant grama grass over their bean fields. The first few years, we mowed the grass into itself and left it on the field to reseed. The weeds were fierce and thick for many years, but then the grass really took hold. Tending the meadow is one of my favorite chores. It's beautiful and quiet, and the sky is huge. The grass is so thick this year I didn't need to weed. Sitting on the chairs under the trees is just not the same. Grama grass is a warm season grass and stays brown until June. Almost overnight it turns green and jumps out of the ground. The grass meadow gets watered once in June and once in July. This year we had 2.4 inches of rain in August, which gave us thigh-high grass in the meadow. The rains also came at convenient weekly intervals to get the grass to make seed in the pasture. This year is the first year in the last 7 that the grass has gone to seed. Large natives like rabbit brush, four-winged saltbush, and winter fat compete well with grama grass. Smaller perennials like globe mallow and Engelmann daisy do not. It makes a lumpy lawn if not sown thick enough and can't take much traffic. Cattle, and llamas I might add, create paths to avoid its bumpiness, and Wallace, our little dog, can wear a patch down in one season of laying on it. Blue grama grass is the primary grass growing on the high plains. It's the tannish brown grass you see all around you in the foothills and pastures of the East Mountains. Every grazing animal eats it, but it can't take overgrazing. Horses will eat it to mud in just a season, and more than 1 cow per 100 acres eats it into dry, crinkly circles with large dirt surrounds. It's a tough, drought-tolerant grass, but also very fragile.